Hi, I'm Paco, and you're watching Bad Witch Books. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be going over my top 10 books of the year, 2022. Quick side note, so I am going to be supporting the HarperCollins strike. I am a big believer in unions. My work has a union, and I believe in workers' rights, so I will be supporting that. So the books that are on this list, some are HarperCollins. I'm just going to show them. I'm not going to say anything about them. I've talked about them before, but I want to do at least my part, and at least, like, I'm going to show them because I want to give the authors some love, because I know it's not the authors, it's the company. So I am just going to show it, not going to say anything. I might try to put a picture up of the HarperCollins strike, but I think it's just, want to do my part to help. Okay. But to get into it, let's get into the list. So the first book is a book I don't own, and that was on my favorite book of the year, is A New X-Men by Grant Morrison. This is a volume this is like the whole series, but especially volume 1 was like my favorite. And this came out like in 2019, like the early 2000s. This was Grant Morrison's relaunch of the X-Men title. I really loved it because, like, this is the character defining moments of Emma Frost, one of my favorite Marvel characters. Like, she is one of my top 3 favorite superheroes of all time. I love her, and this just is like character defining moments, iconic moments for her. It was like just really well done, and like I even loved some of the Jean moments. I thought the story was really well. If you don't know, this whole series starts when Cassandra Nova, a new X-Men villain, sends Sentinels to wipe out the island mutant nation of Genosha, and Emma Frost is the only survivor. And the X-Men take her back to the mansion, and then Cassandra Nova tries to attack again. That kind of leads into this run. Really good. The storytelling's really rich. The character moments are awesome. I highly suggest you check it out. But okay, so now let's get into 9 through 10 of the book. So next book on my list, there's no really order except for the last 2 are like my favorites. But that is Wild and Wicked Things by Francesca May. If you don't know what this book is about, it is about this girl named, it's my favorite book, but I don't remember the name of the book, Annie. She, after her father has recently died, and he leaves her a house and all of his, like, stuff that she has to go and take care of. So she travels to this place called Crow Island, and it is this because this is, like, very World War II era, I think. It's, like, Prohibition is in place, so it's very Great Gatsby vibey. But she goes and she is trying to take care of it. But at the place she's staying next door is this like really big house where they throw these elaborate parties, and she is kind of mesmerized by the one of the people that lives in this house, Emmeline, and she's kind of like drawn into Emmeline, and then also her former best friend who had left her place a couple years ago is there as well, and her friend has some ties with Emmeline that is very mysterious. It's just really good. But we learned there's witches involved, and I really enjoyed the way that the witches were done in this book. I thought it was a really fantastic read, and I love the ending. I'm excited. I don't know what she's planning to do next, the author, but if she has anything else, I'm going to be keeping an eye on her because I really enjoyed it. Also, this cover is just gorgeous. Okay, next book on my list is Belladonna by Adeline Grace. This book is about our main character, Singa. She, for the longest time, can't die. She sees, and she has the ability to see ghosts, and she also sees death. And she has been going from caretaker to caretaker because when she was very young, her parents died. And each of her caretakers die mysteriously, and every time they die, she of course sees death. She is then sent to live with her cousins, who the wife has just died, and the father is in mourning, the daughter is very sick, and the son is trying to keep the household together. And Signa's like, I want to stay here. This is like the first family that is not treating me poorly, and I'm almost 18, so I can almost get my inheritance, but I need to, like, save it. So she tries to solve the mystery and she begins to work with death, and it's very good. I really liked it. I liked this a lot better than Adeline Grace's other series. Like, I enjoyed that, but this was just so much better to my opinion. Like, this fit all my, like, niches I liked. It was gothic. It was, like, kind of Bridgerton-esque. It had her, she was talking to death, and I really enjoyed it. Just some of the lines were awesome. I really enjoyed this, like, not lush, but just, it was really good. The writing was amazing. The mystery was fun. Next book is Ace of Spades by Frida. I'm gonna put a name because I don't want to mispronounce her name. But this book is a very trigger warnings for this book with racism. This book was really good. Like, this book stood out to me legit. I was listening to the audiobook at work and had to call my friend to, like, bitch about characters in this book. Like, it got me that, like, heated. This book is really good. But basically, it is about these two kids who go to this school, Devon and Shamika. They are attending this majority white, because they're the only two black students, school, and they start getting targeted with different attacks, like by the mysterious Ace, and they have to work together to figure out what is happening, why he is after them, and shit happens, and you learn a lot about just old fucked up system. I really enjoyed this book. I love Shamika as a character. I thought she was fun. And I am excited to see what else this author writes. Like, she is on my radar, but really enjoyed it. And all these books are like 5 stars or 4.5. This was 5 stars. Next book I read, I'm just gonna hold up. Another book in my top 10 books, but I will just hold up. Okay. The next book on my list is The Dragon's Promise by Elizabeth Lim. This is the sequel to Six Crimson Cranes, and this follows Shiori as she has to do something that she made a promise to do in the first book. And she, it just expands her adventure from there. I don't want to go too much spoilers into the first book. But if you don't know what the first book is about, Shiori is a princess with 7 brothers and, 6 brothers. She's the youngest of 7. And one day her stepmother, she finds out, is a witch. Her stepmother curses her brothers to turn into cranes. And she is cursed to not speak a word, or for every sound she makes, one of her brothers will die. And then she is, like, sent away from the castle and is given this disguise that she can't take off. And she has to try to, like, solve and fix the problems. But I really enjoyed this. This is a really good conclusion to the book. I am highly wanting to reread Elizabeth Lim's other series that I haven't. I read the first one and was okay with it. But after this, I'm like, okay, Elizabeth Lim, what you got? What you got for me? I need more. I need more, Miss Lim. I need some more. So I really enjoyed this. Okay, next book was a complete surprise to me because I did not know this book was coming. I did not have this book in the anticipated releases. I did not even know about this book until a good friend of ours, Dion, brought it to everybody's attention in our group. I did not expect this book at all, and that is The Hacienda by Isabella Cantanes. So this book follows Beatrice, I believe, right? Beatrice as it takes place right after the Mexican Revolutionary War, and Beatrice marries Don Rodolfo Sornoros and goes to his hacienda, where she finds out that it is very creepy and very haunted quickly, and so she goes to the church for help. There she meets Padre Andres, and Padre Andres has some secrets of his own. He is a brujo, witch, and they have to work together to get rid of whatever is in this house. This was really good. The romance was awesome. The, like, creepiness was up there. I am so excited. This has put her on my list of authors to look out for. Her next novel looks amazing. And I'm not even a horror girly, but, like, this had me. And, like, I think her next book is a horror book. And I'm like, take my money. Take my money. Take my firstborn child. I don't know. Just my soul. But loved it. Like, this is amazing. Next book is a book I gotta just show. Okay, so the last book of the year is no surprise if you know me. We all knew this was going to be up here. That is Sunbear Trials by Aiden Thomas. Are we surprised? I mean, just look at the material. Look at the material. Oof, 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 oof. Bam, bam, bam. Best book of the year for me. So, if you don't know this book is a young adult book, and it follows Deo. Deo is a semidosa. He is the son of Quetzal, the diosa of birds, and a jade. So there are three different categories of deities, diosas. Golds, who are the highest ranked, jades, which are the second ranked, and then obsidians, who have been banished. So every 10 years, I believe, it's every generation basically. I think it's 10 years. A trial has to happen where 10 semidosas are chosen to complete in a challenge, and the loser of the challenge is sacrificed to make sure that the obsidians who are banished are kept away. And it's only ever been golds that compete because golds are the strongest of the strong. They are the like best fighters, the most powerful, and they kind of got a like superiority complex about that. And Theo, who is a jade, kind of really hates the golds in a more of like, you guys just really think you're better than us, even though his best friend Naili is a gold. So when the challenge comes this time, he is surprised. He's like mainly worried about Naili being chosen because of like his best friend and he doesn't want to risk her dying, but he is shocked, gooped, and gagged when he is chosen. And so he has to now compete. There is also another Jade child that is chosen. And Theo wants to go out of his way to protect him, so he is trying to make sure that they both can survive this competition. I really enjoyed this book. The humor is immaculate. The romance that is like slowly building is just like, yes, my children are in this book. Theo and Aurelio are my children. I will fight everyone. The fire goddess in here is got to catch hands. And I really enjoyed this book. It was really good. If you're like, it's described as Percy Jackson meets Hunger Games, and I think that is an awesome like comparison. It really did that well. I'm just thinking of certain scenes that made me want to cry. A bunch of queer rep, and also just like this is the Mexican inspired fantasy world, and Aiden Thomas created the gods of this world, and pantheons I think are kind of hard to make them like, because I read a bunch of books where you can either use like existing pantheons or they will create their own, and some authors are hit or miss on their pantheons, but like these pantheon, I don't know, it just felt so real to me. I really enjoyed it. I pictured the world clearly. Like, just best book of the year, and I forced all my friends to read it, and I'm gonna force them to read the sequel, but I love this book. It is amazing. Oh, okay, that's enough about me gushing about my favorite book of the year. But what were your guys' favorite books of the year? Comment down below. In the description, you guys will find my links to my other socials, as well as a new Discord that I created, inspired by Princess from Castle Library, because I'm going to give her flowers always. I am moving my book club live discussions to that Discord. We will be doing video calls on the Discord channel, on the Discord for the book discussion, so that anybody can participate, and also makes it easier for me, because it's easier for me to do a call than it is a video, and that, like, especially with work. But yeah, so it will also, that's where that will be, the book club will be in there. But yeah, you'll find that down below. But thank you guys for watching. 2020 was awesome. I read like 120 books, and that is just 10 of them. But yeah, I will see you guys next time, and bye.